race fans, and welcome to probably what is one of the most legendary tracks on the NASCAR circuit, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a track that not only brings out NASCAR, but the IRL and several other racing series. Everybody wants a chance to kiss the bricks, and that's the reward you get if you win a race here at the Brickyard. Well, here today we got the second race of the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. Before we get to the starting lineup, though, let's step aside real quick, take a look at how the chase points look coming into this event between the 12 drivers that are eligible to win the championship this season. Now today you're going to see one group of drivers kind of get into, hey, I got to get a consistent finish mode, and then you're going to see some other drivers get into, oh, I got to get a consistent finish mode. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit more of a desperation for some drivers than others. John Dillon, Kenny McCurry, Jake Rogers, Matthew Rodriguez, to me, those drivers, they kind of vary on the, yeah, I got to go out there, I got to get a good finish. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're in desperation for a good finish. They may be able to take a mulligan here today at Indianapolis, but obviously they want that consistent finish because that's what's going to help them be a challenger for the championship. I would put Harold Columbia into that group as well, because 30 points out, that's not exactly a panic attack kind of scenario. The drivers I am looking at today, though, that are going to be kind of in the panic mode, the wanna, hey, I really got to get out there, I got to do this thing, if I don't, I'm toast, are Timmy Pacioli, Michael Harvey, Nick Eggleston, Matt Nathan, Adam Chambers, and Jordan Hester. Why? Because one little slip could very easily put them mathematically out of championship contention. I mean, look at Jordan Hester. He's 44 points back. That is the brink, the very maximum you can be in order to remain in championship contention and be able to get the points lead in one race, which is actually very, very difficult to do. You have to have a certain scenario to have that happen. So those drivers, Pacioli on down, I'm really looking at these drivers to step it up here today to try and show, hey, I can try and be a championship contender. If they do not, I really see them out of championship contention, and I see them ending up racing these final races of the season, knowing they're not going to be able to make the chase or make the championship. So really, I think that this is going to be a do or die situation for these drivers, and you know, the best of luck of them today, but it could end up really kind of putting the final nail in their coffin as far as winning the championship if they come away with a less than desirable finish. So there you have it, those 5 drivers I mentioned. We're going to be keeping our eyes on them today. Actually, 6 drivers, my apologies there. Timmy Pacioli, Michael Harvey, Nick Eggleston, Matt Nathan, Adam Chambers, and Jordan Hester going to be very much under our watchful eye here today to see if that very important good finish I told you about for them to be able to remain in contention for the championship, if that's going to come about. Now 3 of those 6 drivers have got themselves pretty good starting spots. 3 of them are starting here inside of the top 6. As a matter of fact, 5 drivers are actually starting in the top 6 of this starting lineup that are actually championship contenders. Nick Eggleston, one of those drivers we're watching here today, he'll start on the pole alongside of fellow championship contender Matthew Rodriguez. Timmy Pacioli, another of those 6 drivers I was talking about that needs a good finish here today, he's going to start off there in 3rd alongside of Sean Galligan. Jake Rogers, another championship contender, going to start alongside another of those 6 drivers that we're talking about here that need a good finish, Adam Chambers. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Let's go further back through the field. Then we got James Bald alongside of Angel D'Souza. There's another championship contender we're keeping our eye on. That's Matt Nathan in the 21 alongside of Jacob Rodriguez, who's had some pretty good qualifying results as of late. Harold Columbia, that's another championship contender, starting alongside of Noel Diller. Guy who comes in 44 points back, 12th in the standings, dead last, needs, absolutely imperative that he needs a good finish here today at the Indy Raceway. Indianapolis, I messed up on that name pretty badly. He'll start off alongside of Christian Janes, Arnold Columbia beside Alex Lozano, then it's Jesse Kaplan alongside of Anthony McCurry. Tom Weekly will line up alongside of Michael Harvey, another of those 6 drivers that needs a good finish here today. Dougie Shears will line up alongside Connor Breton, then it's Ralph Green beside John Worry. Jake Berg will line up beside of Ray Wilson, Lisa Shears alongside of Corey Williams. Then it's Kristen Worry alongside Jeff Ehlers. Jeff Ehlers in the 50, making his first career start here as a rookie in the Oreo Truck Series. Then it's Daniel Schwab beside of Philip Stiller. Jake Cole alongside of defending champion and championship contender Robert Bann. Kenny McCurry starting way back here as well. He's another championship contender. And then he's starting alongside Jacob Lawler. John Dillon, yet another championship contender, starting at the back of the field here today alongside Ziggy Bain. James McLeod alongside of Adam Rose. And then it's Brandon Gonzalez and Adrian Brace, the rest of the field here today. A few championship contenders starting at the back of the pack here today. Robert Bann, defending champion, and also championship contenders John Dillon and Kenny McCurry. However, Kenny McCurry ended up having a very poor starting spot. I believe he actually started in 41st last week at Ricky Raceway, and what did he do? Came away with a top 5 finish, so it can be done. Actually, I think he came away with a top 10 finish. I think John Dillon ended up coming away with a top 5. I think he finished 3rd or 4th. So Nick Eggleston, Matthew Rodriguez, Timmy Pacioli, Sean Galligan, Jake Rogers, Adam Chambers. That's the top 6. 5 of them are championship contenders, but remember, we're keeping our eye on 6 drivers here today especially who need good finishes to remain in championship contention. They are Eggleston, Pacioli, Michael Harvey, Adam Chambers, Matt Nathan, and Jordan Hester. Alright, who's going to kiss the bricks? Who's going to win Indianapolis? What's more important is who's going to be the points leader in the championship standings when we leave here today. Green flag is out at the Brickyard. 24 laps of racing here at Indianapolis. Nick Eggleston wants to get out in front and stay out in front here. He has yet to go to victory lane in that number 14. And yet he is a championship contender. But he's got a challenge now from one of those drivers we were talking about that needs a good run here today. That's Timmy Pacioli. 2 wins in the Oreo Truck Series so far this season. Looking for a 3rd, trying to get back on the winning streak he was on in the first half of this season. Jake Rogers there as well in the 91. John Dillon, actually we mentioned that he's starting at the back of this pack. He comes in as the points leader in the Oreo Truck Series Championship chase right now. Jake Rogers, he's right on the back bumper of Pacioli, but seems kind of content to ride right there in second. You know, with the new point system we've got here, second isn't exactly a terrible thing. Obviously, you want to win the race, but it's not a terrible thing because it's only 1 point less than what they give to the winner. But Jake Rogers doesn't want to wait. Looks like he's going to try and go to the inside here, but he cannot get the run necessary, I don't think. No, Pacioli's going to be able to get ahead of him, and look at that. There's another of those drivers we were talking about. Needs a good finish here today in order to remain in championship contention. That's Matt Nathan. He's now moves by James Bald for the 3rd position. Seeing Jordan Hester right there. He had a pretty good qualifying position. Now moved his way up here into the 10th position, we're being told, but let's see where he crosses the stripe here in. And he's going to cross the line in 8th, but now loses that spot to Arnold Columbia. So now he gets stuck up on the high side, along with Adam Chambers. Chambers, Nathan, and Hester, they got to go pretty much into panic mode. That was close. Hester nearly made some contact there with Dougie Shears. Meanwhile, back up front, Timmy Pacioli is under fire for the lead, and he has opened up the inside line. New leader, Jake Rogers in the 91. So far in this race, we've had 3 different leaders. All 3 of them have been championship contenders. Does that tell you anything? Sure does me. Rogers leads by a half car length there at the stripe. But Pacioli's right back to the inside, and here comes Matt Nathan alongside. Trying to take second away from Jake Rogers now, who's getting shuffled up on that high line. Oh! Boy, Jake Rogers nearly could have taken himself and Matt Nathan out of the equation here today. And look at the lead Timmy Pacioli has opened up on the rest of the field here. He's got about 6 car lengths ahead of this second place battle now as James Bald comes to the inside of Matt Nathan, goes on by Matthew Rodriguez directly behind him. Nick Eggleston there, Tom Weekly is there. Looks like Jesse Kaplan's in that mix there as well. But it's all going on behind Timmy Pacioli. Let's take a look at some of those drivers that started at the back of the pack. John Dillon, for instance. He's now moving by Adam Chambers and Harold Columbia. That would be 4 positions. Very necessary. He crossed the line last time in 21st. I would say now he's up to about the 18th position. Oh, there's a wreck back there! Adrian Brace got turned around! Brace gets turned. James McLeod is smoking. Christian James was involved. But are any championship contenders involved? That's the big important question. Possible damage to Brandon Gonzalez. Anthony McCurry looks like he's got some right front damage to his car. Alex Lozano also possibly damaged. And it looks like that's it as they're going to come down to the caution flag. There you see Robert Bann on the outside of Jeff Ehlers. He crosses the stripe here in 27th position. Chambers just ahead of him in 26th. Another driver that we were talking about that started at the back of the pack, Kenny McCurry, just crossed the line in 29th position. Let's take a look and see why we're under the caution flag. Well, here's a look at what happened. Adrian Brace is kind of caught up here on the high side, and he is getting a run on the 04 of Kenny McCurry. But that's not the problem. Right there, Adam Rose comes up and into Jacob Gonzalez. He got loose in that turn, and Adrian Brace, just an innocent bystander. Nothing he could do, and Lozano does indeed get contact. James McLeod took the hardest hit there. Jacob Rodriguez was involved. Anthony McCurry, yep, he got damage. Christian James also was involved. Looks like Jake Cole made it on by, and so did Brandon Gonzalez, but a spin here on the back straightaway puts us under the caution flag. That's some heavy right front damage to the James McLeod machine, and also pretty good damage to Adrian Brace. Alright, so we will go back to green flag racing on lap 9 of 24. It's a shame the caution came out, but we did have a nice little green flag run there. Normally we don't get that. Normally these drivers just go at it at the beginning, and before you know it, we've got a caution, and then another caution, and another caution. It was nice to see these guys be able to race at the very beginning amongst each other, so we kind of know what kind of race cars they've got here today. And I'll tell you what, Timmy Pacioli's got a very good race car underneath him, as he has just completely dominated this field since he's gotten to the front. Only one driver has retired from this race, and that was James McLeod in the 46. Take a look through the field, see who's running where, and catch up on where our championship chase contenders are running. Timmy Pacioli leads, James Bald is second, Matthew Rodriguez is third, Tom Weekly fourth, and Nick Eggleston fifth. So there you got 3 championship contenders in the top 5. Dougie Shears is up to 6th, Jake Berg is 7th, Arnold Columbia 8th, Sean Galligan 9th, and another championship contender there, and Matt Nathan runs in 10th. Connor Breeton's up to 11th, Jake Rogers, that's another championship contender, running in 12th. 13th, Lisa Shears. 14th is Jesse Kaplan. 15th is Jordan Hestert, guy who comes in last in the standings. Pretty good top 15 run right now. Fellow championship contender Michael Harvey runs in 16th, and it's Ralph Green 17th. 18th is Christian Worry. 19th, Daniel Schwab. And in 20th is John Dillon, our current points leader in the chase. Angel D'Souza 21st, Jacob Lawler 22nd, 23rd Ray Wilson, 24th is another championship contender in Harold Columbia, 25th is Ziggy Bain. More championship contenders here in 26th, Adam Chambers and Robert Bann in 27th. Jeff Ehlers in his first start is 28th. 29th is championship contender Kenny McCurry. 30th, John Worry. I don't think we're going to have time to be able to go through the rest of the starting lineup. Well, let's try. 31st, Adam Rose. 32nd, Corey Williams. 33rd, Philip Stiller. 34th, Anthony McCurry. Brandon Gonzalez, 35th. 36th, Noel Stiller. 37th, Jake Cole. 38th is Christian James. 39th, Alex Lozano. Jacob Rodriguez is 40th. And Adrian Brace is in 41st. Boy, we just barely got that field run through before we go back to green. Green is now out. Timmy Pacioli leads the way. He's looking for his 3rd win of the season in that 33 truck. His first 2 wins this season came early on in the Oreo Truck Series. And this time the field's all bunched up. Not much room to be able to run away with. And, oh, James Bald to the inside. And he does get a run. Can Pacioli be able to challenge and pull away on the high side again? Looks like he just may clear the 29. He's going to try here, and he will do so. So Pacioli still in front in that number 33. Still a ways to go in this race. A total of 15 laps remaining. It'll be 14 when Pacioli comes down here and crosses the stripe. Timmy Pacioli not doing terrible in the standings, although he is more than 30 points back from points leader John Dillon. He's 7th in the standings, so obviously a good run here would help him out to be able to close that gap up on the 24. He's one of those 6 drivers we were talking about that needs a necessary run. Another one of them that's putting together a good run right now is Nick Eggleston. Currently running in the 4th position with that number 14. Let's see where some others are running. How about Matt Nathan in the 21? Up there to the 10th position now. Good run for him. He needs it to remain in championship contention. Let's take a look. I saw Adam Chambers restarting back quite a ways. Let's see where he is right now. Currently behind Chase points leader John Dillon. He crosses the stripe this time in... He was 25th last time by, and he is still 25th this time by. So, not really a prime area for him to be, but still early on here as he now has Jeff Ehlers go by him. And now here comes another championship contender bypassing him, Kenny McCurry. Chambers is dropping like a rock. He had a great qualifying spot. I believe he started the race in 6th, and he has just slid through the field completely. Jordan Hester, we saw him up there in the top 10. Now he's running in the 11th position, trying to bypass Lisa Shears, Jake Berg down low there. And oh, Timmy Pacioli's been bypassed. And bypassed by Matthew Rodriguez. Pacioli, I saw him right there up on that high line. I knew he couldn't be the leader. New leader is Matthew Rodriguez in the 31. Let's take a look quickly and see where that 6th driver that we were looking at today is running. That's Michael Harvey in the 03. He's running right now very solidly in the 15th position. Closing in on this 3-wide battle that's occurring. Well, it was 3-wide between Lisa Shears, Jake Berg, and Arnold Columbia. Now that has settled down. And Matthew Rodriguez is the leader. It would be the first time, I believe, that... a chase driver this season. Yeah. Last week it was who was it that went to victory lane? My memory's failing me. I can't remember who it was. Maybe if I go through the lineup here I can find out who it was. Let me see. No. You notice I'm having fun. Lots of fun. No. Boy, you know what? I can't remember who it was that went to victory lane. Oh well. Anyway, I'm pretty certain that whoever it was that went to victory lane last week did not win, was not a championship contender. I'm pretty certain of that. Anyway, Matthew Rodriguez about to have some company. He had a little bit of a lead, but now Sean Galligan has slid past Nick Eggleston. That is for 2nd. Looks like James Bald trying to make them... Or that's not James Bald. That was Connor Breton taking 3rd. Tell you what, Connor Breton's come quite a long way in that number 67 here in the Truck Series. Not having the best of success in his rookie season over in the Snickers Cup Series, but that 67 truck really seems to be his style, and he's been doing a great job. Still looking for sponsorship, but I'll tell you what, if he could get himself a really good ride next year, he could be a contender for a win here in the Oreo Truck Series. And you know, it can be done. I mean, come on. You had Dylan Young end up picking up his first career win in only his 2nd start this season. That's probably one for the record